Alrighty, welcome to our daily portfolio management trade recaps, market recap session for Tuesday, December 26, 2023, day after Christmas for those that celebrate. I hope those of you that do celebrate had a fantastic Christmas, and we're winding into the new year. So just a couple trading days left in this year. Good one today. We'll recap that and get into it in a minute. But what I want to start with today is I'm going to do it the rest of this week. We're going to talk a little bit about our trading plan for 2024. And one thing I wanted to focus on, and let me share my screen a bit, not the exact whole plan. We can get into more of that as we go, and we can talk about rules and the objectives and all of those things. What I want to talk about is just daily portfolio management here. And I want to go through why I do what I do. Now, a lot of this I'm doing for those of you watching these videos on YouTube. Hopefully it's helpful to you. Hopefully you're getting a look inside what I do and then what we do in the Discord over at the Income Navigator service as part of Mr. Top Tick service in Income Navigator. But I'm doing it more to give you a sense of what I do, but I'm also doing a lot of it for me because this is my daily routine. Okay, and I'm sharing it with you so you can see what I do every day. I'm not doing this for the heck of it and just because I want to stick out a bunch of YouTube videos out there and I'm gonna make millions on YouTube. And I don't make millions on YouTube, so barely make anything here compared to trades. Make more trading every day. YouTube is not a major business for me. Okay, what it is for me though is a chance to share what we do, get you excited. Maybe you want to see what we're doing. Okay, but I'm also doing it for me because this is part of my daily portfolio management. So let's get into my portfolio management and talk to you about what I do here. And the goal of my daily portfolio management, is to come up with a way that I'm going to review my portfolio, my trade tracker, the markets, and all of that, and make some determinations as to exactly what we're going to be doing in the next day's trading. So the markets are closed. I usually do these videos around 4:15 or so. I kind of let things settle a bit in the markets, and it gives me a sense of, well, where did we end up today? Okay, and part of my plan is to plan tomorrow today. Okay, so plan tomorrow today. And how do I plan tomorrow today? Well, what I want to do is I want to recap the market. So first thing I'll do is, I don't know if it's the first thing, but I want to do some basic technical analysis of the market and the underlying. So that's really the first thing I'm going to do. So you know what? Let's just take this piece out. Okay, and we'll bump it up to number one because this is the order that I'm doing it with you guys right now. Is I'm looking at that technical analysis. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Okay, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it so I know what the heck happened. Okay, contrary to popular belief, I don't want to sit here and stare at a screen all day. Okay, it's the day after Christmas. I'm eating leftovers, eating a bunch of cookies, hanging out, okay, with the family, and we're just chilling. I'm not spending my whole day staring at a computer screen. In fact, that is every single day the rest of the year as well. I'm not going to sit here and stare at a screen for 8 hours a day, okay, or 10 hours a day, or even 5 hours a day. Okay, I want to create a portfolio that helps run itself with minimal interaction from me because humans can make mistakes. The less I interact with my portfolio, okay, the better it's going to perform because you get that human error out of the way. And I think you guys are going to find that when you're trading, the less active you are, the more money you're going to make. I'm not talking about paying commissions and fees and all of that stuff. Is over trading is a real problem. And I think a lot of people overtrade. I mean, I'm looking on YouTube and I'm seeing over the weekend, I love to watch stuff. I love to learn stuff. But what I'm seeing is, well, how do I make $2,000 a month? How to make $10,000 a week? And how to do all of this stuff. Most of that's pretty active management. Oh, I'm going to sell, cash secured puts and wheel. And that's how I'm going to make tons of money. Okay, that's fine. Okay, but that's not a hands-off strategy. Most of those big guys are doing 7 days, maybe 30 days, but they're putting stuff on every week. Okay, so you're putting trades on every week, cash secured puts. I don't care what you're doing. And then if you get assigned, you're wheeling it and you're writing covered calls out a week or so. That's a lot of work. Okay, I'm tracking multiple, 100 positions. I know a guy that's got 180 some positions right now. That, to me, that's bananas. Okay, it's not me. If it's you, fantastic. So I want to look at what's going to make life easy for me, and let's get started. So we're at 4:36 Eastern, just getting to this part. So let's just see what we do. All right, first I want to take a look at SPY. We can see SPX was up 20 points today, so the markets were up again today. Looking at the weekly here, we're moving up higher. MACD and RSI, we're getting into overbought territory. Okay, looking at the daily here, we're getting a little bit, more new recent highs. MACD is, it's flat, maybe starting to recover a tad, and now you're bouncing into a little bit of this overbought territory as we go here. And I only keep track of the squeeze here. I'm not keeping track of anything else because I can see it in MACD. What I'm keeping track of, are we in a squeeze potentially ready to break in one direction or another significantly? And we're not right now. So we were in a squeeze back here. Okay, move was at a downside. We never didn't enter any other daily squeezes, but we've just been on this march up. Okay, you are back to the 3 ATR. So you got overbought RSI on the daily and the weekly. You got a 3 ATR touch again on the daily, and you almost have a 3 ATR touch on the weekly. We're overbought, okay? Mental note, okay? We're overbought. So what's the market sentiment right now? For me, we're in a bullish market, okay? And we're overbought. Doesn't mean we can't stay overbought because, as we know, we've been in an overbought situation since November 14th, with the exception of maybe 3 or 4 days. All right, so there's SPY. We'll take a look at the Qs. What are the major tech stocks doing? Right, they're yet breaking out to yet another new high. So we can bump this up. I think it's for 1156 now. New all-time highs. Back to the 3 ATR level here. Back to overbought on RSI. Weekly, daily, doesn't matter. Overbought. Tech stocks are extended. We know that. IWM, which I'm very bullish on into 2024. However, is this thing starting to get away from us as well? So we've broken through the top of this channel that it's been in for quite some time. Weekly, MACD and RSI just pounding it way higher. Daily, overbought and still moving higher. New, more recent highs as we broke out here. Great stuff for all of these small cap stocks. So small caps doing really, really, really well. All right. Mental note, I know where we are. We're above the 3 ATR. We're overbought. Everything is overbought here and just continues to go higher. All right, just take a look at the number of stocks in the S&P over their 50-day moving average. Well, we're back to 90 again, which is just this point where typically we will roll over. So we're overextended here again. No surprise. Looking at the put-call ratio, it continues to drop. We haven't looked at the full put-call ratio, so let's do that here and see where we are. And we're just following this line down. Okay, so this line here, I'm going to make a different color so it's easier to see. Okay, this orange line, maybe that didn't make it easier, I don't know. All right, this orange line has just been on this steady downtick, which the market's been on a steady uptick at the exact same time. As the put-call ratio falls, the market continues to get strong. We are getting ready to get into an oversold situation here. When we get oversold and start to reverse, that's typically when we're going to see the market kind of top out and then maybe go into a bit of a downtrend there. So again, we're overbought. This is just a bad risk-reward ratio if you're getting long on anything in here. Taking a look at the VIX, it just remains dead, down at 12.99. The dollar, okay, the dollar has dropped. Who cares about the dollar? Why are you looking at the dollar? Are you trading the dollar? No. So why do you care? I care because the dollar affects a lot of the other trades. Not only does it affect the market, as the dollar drops, the market's going to be in good shape, but it also affects Forex futures trades significantly for me. And I really like a lot of the Forex futures trades. I love the Aussie dollar, the British pound, the euro, and sometimes the Canadian dollar as well. So I do like to watch them and trade them quite often. But as this dollar is just getting taken out and killed here, so it's just taken out and just getting beaten up severely. We are back to lows from July now. So we have erased all of the gains in the dollar dating back to July, and we're still falling on the dollar. Things look pretty weak as we're heading lower. MACD, RSI, weekly, daily, doesn't matter. Dollar looks bad. right? TNX. So this is the 10-year. Why do you care about the 10-year? Because I like to trade bonds. Okay. So bonds, biggest market in the world. I am watching bonds here carefully because I think there's a trade to be had potentially in bonds. Now, so the 10-year, as this thing just continues to move down in this, I don't even know if we need to keep that gap. There's more gaps before we get to that. All right, so taking a look at the weekly, MACD, RSI falling. Looking at the daily, MACD trying to reverse higher. Okay, so maybe it's running out of momentum here, which we're not seeing the big solid down days like we had back here. Look at some of these big red candles. We're seeing small green candles and a little red one, okay, today. So down just fractionally on the session, but we're also in an oversold territory here on RSI. So oversold bonds. I think bonds are getting close, in my opinion, to a short-term bottom here. Would not be surprised to see a decent little bounce in bonds. And then if we look at TLT, okay, it hasn't been moving anywhere for about a week now. It's been into an overbought territory, starting to drop. MACD is heading over. So this thing has had a great run and now seems to be topping, consolidating a bit. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. I'm not calling for a gigantic sell-off in TLT or anything. If you got in and you got this V recovery, beautiful. If you didn't get in yet, I think you're going to have more of an opportunity soon. All right, so let's take a look at the futures, which is next. So now we have a sense of where the market is. Now I want to look at futures. All right, so we're going to look at the Aussie dollar up on the day because the dollar is dropping. Aussie dollar's up. You got the British pound. I think I skipped through it. So British pound up on the session. All right, you got the Canadian dollar up on the session. You got the euro up on the session. Okay. They're all, in my opinion, a little overextended with the dollar dropping and as the dollar's hitting these oversold-ish levels down here. You're also seeing like the Aussie dollar getting into overbought levels. You got the British pound not quite at an overbought level, so it has some room to go. And I think this is not an interesting spot here to be bullish on it. Canadian dollar definitely overbought here, way overbought. And then the euro almost into an overbought scenario here. Bad risk rewards for me. I don't really want to touch something that's this high up right now, so I'm not going to touch that. All right, so again, mental notes or written notes on your plan. Now, so we take a look at oil, which is probably my favorite underlying to trade of all of them, even more so than ES. And this descending wedge, we broke out a bit to the upside and just moved sideways, and then a pretty solid update today on oil. So we're seeing oil rising today. 2.5, not quite 2.5, 2.28%. Good day on oil, breaking above and really a good bounce off of the 21 EMA. MACD is rising, RSI rising, and then MACD reversing on the weekly with RSI rising. I like it. So if I'm still bullish oil here. I'm not saying 100 or something like that. I definitely think we could head back into, definitely the mid 80s or so on oil. And then I think over the weekend saw some news about, I don't know about necessarily oil tankers, but in the Red Sea, there's a lot of problems going on with ships getting hit with some missiles and some other attacks. I think that is definitely going to keep oil a bit frosty, or a bit from becoming frosty here. And I think oil just could move its way up. All right, so we take a look at gold today. Gold had a pretty decent update today, and gold breaking out of this ascending triangle that it was in on Friday, and not really getting it staying higher on the day, but on today's move, it got it back. MACD moving higher, RSI moving higher in a squeeze. I think we could be getting ready to see gold really taking off, especially if the market starts to sell. Okay, the gold's been moving up with the market, but I think the market could sell off and gold could really start getting going. All right, a few other that I like. Copper, we just couldn't break through this ascending wedge Ascending triangle here, losing a little bit of its momentum. I like where copper is. I actually tried to put on a strangle in copper today. I couldn't get filled, and I wasn't going to compromise my strike. So no new trade there, but I'll probably try again tomorrow. All right, so on live cattle, same thing. We came down, moved back up, nice bounce. Now some consolidation. MACD and RSI rising and reversing on the weekly. I like where live cattle is. I think this has a really great risk reward ratio. We're sitting on a 112 here trade up 81% in just 25 days. Beautiful trade for us. I'm pretty happy with where we are on that, and I'm going to probably look to maybe put another one on. I think here, as I think the best thing would probably be on Friday, but we'll see where live cattle goes. And then natural gas also, I really do like it here. I think this thing's setting itself up. So what have I done? Okay. Basic technical analysis. Where's the market and my top underlyings? The market overbought and continuing to stay that way and continuing to move higher. Underlyings. So far, I've gone through the futures, getting a sense of which ones are overbought and which ones could be potential moves. I like natural gas. I like copper. I like gold here. I think those three trades, and I think oil still has a good pop to go. So I've got 4 futures trades, and I love futures over anything else. All right, so let's take a quick look at sectors. All the sectors are green today. If you're trading these sectors, fine. Look at semiconductors, just crazy. We're almost from 14 to 32 now. We are closing in on a 300% gain in the semiconductor index since what? November 1st, essentially. So in 2 months, unbelievable run on semis. Industrials running higher, up 2% today. Oil running higher, up 1.5% today. Regional banks up 1.5% today. Retailers up 1%. And on the bottom here, still positive. Worst performing sector was up 0.22%, and that was healthcare. And then our gold miners, which I really, really do like into next year. And then you get communication, financials, and tech all at the bottom here of the performers on the day. So you can see what sectors are strong. If I was trading some sectors, I'd start to identify which ones look good here. To me, I mean, financials are overbought. Tech is overbought. XLY, which is your consumer discretionary, overbought. Healthcare, not overbought, and potential opportunities. And then energy here, I like where energy is starting to set up. I think energy could be an interesting play here going into next year. So taking a look at energy, I like where we are. If I was trading some sectors, and then the watch list, I only do this for you guys. I don't really pay attention. However, Apple, which is off again today for the 4th straight session here, Apple does not look healthy, but the markets are going up while Apple is not, which means there's more going on in the market than just the big names. Apple falling, MACD, RSI falling on Apple. Not sure how I got a little bit out of order. Okay, and then we got Microsoft here up just fractionally, but I like where Microsoft is. I think that's interesting. Amazon just flat on the session as well. Meta is up here, but getting a little toppy. Google, though, one of my favorites. I think it's breaking out in this area here. So I think you could get still some more run on Google, maybe up to the 150 range or so. So I think Google has some opportunity for you here. I like Google. NVIDIA continues to climb back to that 500 level. Tesla having a pretty good update as it's moving higher. All of these, though, not quite overbought yet, most of these. So I think there's some more upside to go. And then Costco, I'm definitely thinking that this has been overdone, and I would consider writing a call credit spread on it. All right, so there's my watch list. So number one, that takes us back to trading plan. I did it, it took me a while here. It took me 15 minutes because I'm talking about it, but that's my basic technical analysis. Where's the market? Where are my underlyings? I identified a few things that I wouldn't mind being in. Okay, now I want to identify my trade tracker sheet. How's my delta, my theta, my buying power, my net lick, all of that stuff. So how does that look today? Well, let's take a look. Okay, delta 32, which is 0.01. I'm perfectly delta neutral. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm not overexposed to one direction or another. Okay, theta 898. It's a little light at 0.27. I could use some more theta. Okay, net lick 334,955. I today hit another new all-time high. So this is the highest this portfolio's ever been since we started it at 30 grand 4 years ago. It's now at 334 without adding 334,955. New all-time high today. Fantastic. I'm excited. It keeps going. Buying power tipped up a little bit today. On buying power, 231,805. We're at 69% buying power use. 10% of that is being used by Bill, which is taking up $32,000 in buying power. So 32,000 of that, which again, as a percentage of net lick, it's essentially 10% of my net lick is in BIL, which I could close or move out. I just like to have Bill there. And you know what? In 5 days, we're going to get another distribution on Bill, and we've already gotten 2 this month. So we're, I love the fact that I'm just getting $500, 1,000 this month, but $500 every 30 days. Another $500 shows up in my account. $6 grand a year pays for a nice vacation somewhere on free money, essentially. Okay, it's just holding some cash position and taking some buying power. All right, so there's where we go, and we're still sitting at 99,614. So I am up this year 40%. Okay, in the market. I will probably get some more winners before the end of this week. So I would assume, barring anything crazy, you never know. I can assume that we may take some stuff out. But do I have buying power? Well, right now I don't. So right now my buying power is over my 50%. And I added some trades when I was around 52, 53. We're at 69. Okay, there's really nothing I'm going to add on. So since I have no buying power, I don't really need to make any trades tomorrow. Again, I'm planning tomorrow. Today, there's no trades. Okay, I'm stuck with trades. Can't really do anything. My buying power is where it's maxed out at. So I'm in good shape. Had I had some buying power, I'd go back to my trade plan. Okay, I got buying power, and I look at my realized gain and loss and my monthly stats. Why? Okay, well, I look at those to see, am I on my paces to hit what I want? I'm definitely on the year to date. I'm a little behind on this month. I wish I was having a little bit better month, but I did have a couple strangle losses. So this will be, I'll still probably close at a positive, and we'll still have a great year. But we got beat to the upside on 2 ES strangles, and we took a loss on a LE strangle as it dipped. Okay. So 3 strangle losses. I'm still at 88% winners. So for the year, so I'm totally fine. I'm not abandoning it. It's just, if that hadn't happened this month, we'd been in really, really good shape. But, well, then why'd you do them? Well, I did it because there's $23,000 in gains for the year, which is almost 23% of all of my gains come from strangles. Okay, 52% of all my gains, 53% of all my gains come from the long-term 112, 24% of my gains from 112s, 10% of my gains from 0 DTE, and then I have some losses in here on leaps and spec trades for various reasons throughout the year. Anyway, so we're doing fine, but I have no trades to put on, though. If I did have a trade to put on, I would simply look, where do I have openings? My long-term 112 trades are full. I don't have enough strangles on. I have plenty of 112 trades, and I have some spec trades on. So because of that, I would be looking to add strangles. Okay, I'm strangle light. Why am I strangle light? Well, because when I look at my trade plan, and it tells me I should have 6 strangles on at all times, and I only have 3 because I've gotten closed out of 3. I need to get some more strangles on. So daily portfolio management, where am I on the key things? The delta, theta, and buying power. Those are my key 3. Okay, those are the key 3 things I'm looking at. Okay, and then I will also look at net lick, realized gain or loss, and my monthly stats to see where I maybe want to put other trades on. Okay, makes sense? All right, but is anything out of line of these really is what I'm looking at? Okay, is anything out of line when it comes to delta thing? No. Theta's a little light. I need some theta, and I'm a little light on my portfolio. All right. And then the last thing here is I'm just writing down, jotting some ideas for tomorrow. So that's what I did today. What I'll do during the day tomorrow is I will go in quickly, and in 5 minutes, I'll review all of my current trades, and I can pop them on. I'm looking, number one, do I have anything to close or adjust? I'm going to run through them quickly. 112 trades. I don't have any put debit spreads that are more than 25% winners so far. I don't have any naked puts at 95%. In oil here, again, oil here. In oil, there's a strangle, nothing to do there. I've got 91% on a FB 112, nothing to do there. 85% on another one naked put, 86% on a 112, nothing to do there. And then I've got another long-term 112 here, 94.5. My guess is that'll come off tomorrow, barring anything else happening in the market. That's going to give me about a $3,400 gain, realized gain. So that'll get locked in this month. So again, I'm reviewing each trade, anything to close or adjust, add trades, then based on my strategy allocation. So that's where I'm going to be looking at, based upon my strategy allocations that I talked about here, what trades should I put on? Okay. And then I'll add my trades into the tracker. So that's how I manage my daily portfolio. Every day, same routine. Every night, I share this with you so that you know where I'm looking, what's the market doing, why am I looking at those futures and these sectors? Because that is my planning for tomorrow. I'm giving you my ideas of where I want to go tomorrow, and I'm doing it today. Okay. Then I go through my tracker with you guys. Okay, giving myself an idea of where am I. I'm not here to tell you, I'm not bragging that, hey, although I'm pretty happy I'm at all-time highs, or hey, I made a ton of money today. The biggest thing is, here's where I am. What should I do? Okay, I don't have buying power free. Okay, buying power is too high, 69%, minus 10%, 60%, buying power too high. If I'm in the 50s, I'll add. Okay, between 50 and 60, I'll add. 60, above 60, I won't add. Okay, so I'm not going to add here unless buying power drops somewhere else. Something closes, okay, and I free up buying power, I will put a new trade on. And I know what to do because I've already looked at the market. Doesn't mean the market can't go a different direction tomorrow, but unless the market's going to have a 5-10% swing in one day, I'm all good. All right, hope this was helpful to you. This is how you manage your portfolio. This is how you plan for tomorrow, today. This is how you put together a mechanical trading plan that allows you to be successful and gives you a guideline like a fund manager who's got their prospectus and exactly what they're allowed to do. Same thing for you. Your trade plan is your prospectus. Okay, it is your business plan. It's how you plan your business, how you plan your trading business, how you treat this as if you were managing a multi-billion-dollar portfolio, and some of you maybe are. Okay, this particular portfolio, 334,900. Okay, maybe on my small account here, I'm managing something smaller. In fact, let's go through it. So small account, let's look at today, 1226. Let's pull up these accounts and take a quick look. Where are we today? Small account, 27. Delta, perfectly fine. My theta in my small account, 34. I can't get my small account theta up above 2.2, so that's where I'm stuck. Small account is at 15 to 30. I believe that is close. It's not a new all-time high, but it's getting there. Buying power usage is at 80, 85, 95. That seems high, but okay. Yeah, so buying power is up there. Nothing closed today in there. All right, so we're in good shape here. Nothing to do. We don't have really any buying power, so no trades to add. I would have to just go through those trades. So boom, small accounts are done. Let's look at the IRA. Go through the IRA. Okay, 1226. Let's quickly take a look at the IRA. 169 is my delta, very delta neutral. I'm excited where that is. 256 on my theta. Oops. Okay, 0.1%. If you look at my theta going back in an IRA, rarely has it ever been above 2. It's a couple occasions it's gotten up here, but my buying power usage was out of control when it was spiking. So normally this thing is staying between 12 to 14, maybe up to 20. But that 20 only happens when your buying power use is getting out of control. So I'm fine where we are right now. I'd like it to be more. Can't do anything with it. All right, so 245, 734. That, I believe, is a new all-time high as well. Yep. I think 245, 734, another new all-time high. And don't forget, we took a distribution way back here, an RMD of $10,000. So I'm not even taking that into account. I'm counting that as like a loss in here. Technically, I'm making more, but who cares? All right, and then on buying power, 125, 266. All right, we're right at 50%. No gains, nothing to do today. We are in great shape here for the month. We're over our 1.5% goal for an IRA. We're at 2% here. We're up 1%. And overall, is that right? Let's make sure this one's right. F116. Oh, no, this is not. 124. Okay, so yeah, we're actually up. Our net lick is up 1.72 this month, over $4,000 up. So we're having a good month in the IRA. That thing is cooking along. That's how I do it. If you like this video, please click that like button. Gets the word out to everybody, helps more people learn how to invest, learn how to manage your own portfolio. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about trade rules and how we adhere to them when we go through the portfolio. So come and join us back for that. Again, like it if you like this video, please click the like button down below. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. For the love of Pete, help yourself become a better trader. Okay, and if you really want to see what we're doing, the nuts and bolts of everything, and really get into the fantastic discussions of how we strategize things, how we put the trades on, get the live trade alerts, get all of those things, and get the education pieces that we're doing, come and join us in the Discord channel. Link is down below. Come try it out for a month. Okay, it's a new year. It's time for you to get right on your money, make some money. Can't wait till 2024 and make even more money than this year. We learned a lot, made some mistakes. I think we're better now than we were last year, which was better than we were the year before. I mean, we continue to evolve our trading and get better every year. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your evening. Take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.